Hey guys, so here we have a LED flush mount ceiling light, and the reason I bought this is because, and I bought this from Costco, is because I want to replace that ugly light that we got from IKEA decades ago. Back then it was, cheap and affordable, and now we have more options, especially with the choices of LEDs. So we are just going to go ahead and replace that ugly light. Okay, so that light, right now that light had two LED bulbs mounted inside, and as you can see, I mean, it really just doesn't look any good, and it kind of produces a not so good looking fill light as well. So again, this thing from Costco, it costs about $29. I'm just gonna open up the package, follow the instructions, and get it mounted so I can tell you how this light works, how this light diffuses, how the how the light. So let's just take a look at some of the advertised features. This light is made by a company called Energetic Lighting or Energetic Lighting. Energy Star compliant, 24 watt total, 50,000 hours of bulb life, and in terms of lumen, it's 1560 lumens. And this is kind of close to a daylight color, which is a cool white color. Not quite as white as actual daylight, but it's like a warm white. And it's dimmable if you have a control that can dim the light. Another feature, or the reason I got it, is because this is actually a piece of frosted glass. Okay, so usually works better than the plastic variety of other LED lights. Frosted glass provides more consistent diffusion of the lights. So let's open up the package and take a look. So this is what looks like inside the box. Pretty straightforward. You got a instruction on top covering all the components. First step, of course, you're gonna remove your old light, and second step, connect those wires by colors, and which is the first step right here. And the next step, it asks you to align, those mounting points from your existing fixture, which is right there as shown. Once you have those mounted, you can go ahead and fix those 2 or 3 areas of the frosted glass. And the last step is fix the 2 extra screws or a couple extra screws of the frosted glass, and the installation is complete. Okay, so really nothing fancy to it. Take a look at the light, and of course you got further instructions and supplier's declaration of conformity. Okay, cool. And this is the light itself. This is a piece of metal which is used to mount the frosted glass, and this is the light itself. Okay, which has got 3 screw mounting areas, it looks like. And it's got a built-in ballast right here. When the frosted glass is mounted, you wouldn't be able to see this, but that's how they try to make it as flat as possible and not go inside of the electric box. Okay, so those yellow things are actual LEDs, and when it's turned on, it gets diffused by this frosted glass. And yes, it is actual glass, and it seems to be pretty well made. There you go. So if you look, should diffuse the light fairly nicely, okay, but we'll find out soon. Looks nice. All right, so what I'm gonna do is just right now, I'm gonna first remove the cover. Probably lots of bugs inside, and this is actually magnetic mounted. So I just need to find that mounting point, rip it off. Oh, actually got 3 lights. Each of those are probably around 15 watts. So that's about 45 watts right there. And in terms of taking it off, for the IKEA one, it's pretty easy. Okay, so I'm gonna just loosen that little clip, and I can pull the whole thing out and unscrew all the joints. So you want to replace the existing wires and put the white wire with the white wire in your existing fixture hole, and the black wire to the colored wire in your existing hole. Okay, so in my case, my black wire is actually the gray colored wire in our fixture. So that's what we're gonna connect. We're gonna connect the black to the gray and white to white. And this ground, I don't really have a ground connection here, so we'll have to just put this at the screw to use it as a ground. Okay. And as I just showed you, this is a essential tool that's nice to have. This is a non-contact voltage tester. Okay, so when it's testing voltage, it's gonna beep when there's voltage in. So for example, if I turn on the light and this line is energized, and it's gonna beep when there is 220 volt, 110 voltage right here, as you hear. So once I have the light turned off, there is no active connection, so it's not gonna beep on the side. So it's only got a 12 volt. When it beeps, it's about 12 volts, and when it beeps continuously, it's about 110 volts, so high voltage. So just be careful. The safest way, again, is turning off the entire power supply to the fixture. So you shouldn't have any beep at all. Okay, but in my case, I am gonna go ahead and turn off all the fixture, all the light, power switch, just to be safe. As you can see, the old light is out, pretty easy to replace. Now we're gonna put the new one on there. So notice this one is actually tilted. I don't know why, but it's probably just to make sure things going easily. So after about 15 minutes of fiddling, we got the light installed. And my honest opinion, it's an okay light. It actually is the same brightness as the IKEA light that it actually replaced. So I don't know if I would say this is an improvement, but this is what it looks like. So if you guys are interested in using this light to actually light up a fairly small area, it's perfect. But for any area that's a little bit larger, I wouldn't recommend this light, because it's just not as bright as the, for example, I have 3 of those 8-watt LED bulbs in the IKEA light, and it feels like the IKEA light is actually brighter than this Costco LED light. However, the design of the light with the frosted glass, it looks slightly better than the IKEA one. I wouldn't say it looks hugely better, but it's slightly better in terms of aesthetics. And for the cost of around $29, you get this light. If you guys have any questions about this particular light, feel free to ask me in the comment section down below. Otherwise, thanks again for watching. Hope Hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, please do hit the like button or subscribe to our channel for more how-to videos. Thanks again, and take care.